It'll be okay. Hello, those of you at home. Here's your doggy daycare question. Go ahead and read this, answer it the best you can, and pause the video to do that because we're ready to go. Let's dance. Alrighty. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Hey, who can tell me what a doggy daycare is? What's a doggy daycare? Someone who didn't know what that was. Let's go for Tate. What's a doggy daycare? Hey, you like drop off your dog because you got work or something like that. You don't have time to take him for a walk or something like that. It's a service that people have. Now, guys, if this doggy daycare that you're looking up charges $2.50 per hour, how can I write an expression representing how much you've spent depending on how long you've had your dog down there? Anaga, how would you write an expression to represent how much you have to pay depending on how long you have your dog down there? M. That works. For how long you have them down there. I'm going to clean that up a little bit so it's 2.50 like M like this, so we don't have to have the multiply. But that works for me. Some people will say, wait a minute, what about that 0? Shouldn't we drop it? I'll take it either way. Since it's money, I'm okay with you leaving the 0 on that. But if it wasn't money, I'd need you to drop it. Let's see here. Here, let's talk. And so the reason that this is nice, guys, is because now that if you know you need to have your dog down there for 7 hours, all you have to do is replace the M with 7, and you get your answer. And now that we have our calculators, we don't even have to do a whole heck of a lot. Hang on, I got to open up my calculator. I'm sorry, guys. It doesn't work if I don't sing, so I apologize in advance. TI SmartView, TM Emulator, software for the TI-30X/TI-34 Multiview, TM Calculators, Texas Instruments, validating software license, ... See? Yeah, that's what I'm telling you. So we're going to do $2.50 times 7, and we get $17.50. Come on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. But what we're going to be doing with this, guys, is we're actually going to take this to the next level, turn it into an equation, and deal with it there. So let's get to it, guys. It is the 22nd day of school. Since the sum of the digits of the prime factors are equal to the sum of its own digits, 22 is a Smith number. That is 22. If I add its digits together, what is 2 plus 2? 4. What are the prime factors of 22? 11 and 2. What if I add those digits together? What do I get? That's why it's a Smith number. If I add all the digits. It's National Cheese on Toast Day. Yay! Okay, come on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Voices off, guys. I don't want to lose out too much time. We've got 20 minutes to cover a very important topic, so let's make sure we're making the most of it. Millie, what's our first essential question today? Table A, let's make sure we're writing that down and having our voices off. What does it mean to solve an equation? All right, and then our second essential question, I'd love to get that from, that's going to be Samuel. What's our second essential question? Let's do it. How can I use opposites, balance, and the order of operations to solve two-step equations? Okay. Yes, go ahead, Abby. Oh dear, grab a piece of paper up here and then talk to me and let's see if I can get you one. It might take me a minute. We're out, and so I might have to grab some. It might take a little while. In the meantime, you can use those. It's fine. By the way, our cities by airport code. I'll give you the airport code of an airport, and you're going to tell me what city that airport resides in. Start it off nice and easy, guys. SLC is, of course, the 3-letter code for Salt Lake International Airport, which is, surprise, surprise, in Salt Lake City. And things with things that whistle, train. Train's what I'm looking for. Train. Okay. Now, come on up in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Got a pencil? Today we're solving equations for the first time. Guys, we're going to do the entire solving equations unit for 7th grade in a day. Now, we're going to actually bring our warm-up back into play. 250, and do you mind if I change that to H for hours? I'm going to change that to H for hours because it's $2.50 times the number of hours that you have your dog down there. So if you had your dog down there for 10 hours, you do 2.5 times 10. If you had your dog down there for 3.5 hours, you do 2.5 times 3.5. If you had your dog down there for 36 hours, you'd be 2.5 times 36. Also, you might be a bad person. So what I want to do, guys, is, I mean, if you didn't make arrangements beforehand, you're just like, yeah, I just dropped a dog down there and I just forgot. But here's a different question. What if, when you picked your dog up, the bill came to $24.75. So what if your bill came to $24.75? How many hours did you have your dog down there for if that was what the final bill came from? Guys, let's get rid of those sunglasses. Don't want to wear those in school. Give it a try, guys. $24.75. What'd the final bill come to, and how did you figure that out? Hey, your calculators are a big help on this one. Teach! Yes? Who's talking to me? Well, I mean, no, there's no need, right? How many hours did you have them down there for? Yeah. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shh. Okay. Abby, and this is Abby B. Abby B, how many hours did you have your dog down there for? How many of us got that we have our dog down there for 9.9 hours? That's correct. How did you get that, Abby? Yeah, because we do the opposite, right? If I know that if I have the number of hours, I can multiply it by $2.50 to get the number of dollars. If I have the number of dollars, I can divide it by $2.50 to get the number of hours. Now, here's the thing. That was a 6th grade question. That is something that you've been able to do since 6th grade. Here's how we're turning it into 7th grade. Is that this actually needs to be thought of as an equation. We were asking $2.50 times H is equal to $24.75. And what Abby did was Abby divided $24.75 by 250. Okay, and we're actually going to write that down. Now, the thing is, guys, you're going to hear me use the phrase opposites and balance a lot. Opposites means I use opposite operations in order to find out more about my equations. And since 2.5 is being multiplied by hours, we need to divide both sides. Why both sides? An equal sign is kind of like a scale. It's kind of like a scale, and everything's balanced. Now, guys, if I took one side of the scale and I divided the amount of things there by 2.5, like if there's 24.75 things on there and I just kind of scraped them off until there was 9.9, but I didn't do anything to the other side, would it still be balanced, yes or no? No, the other side would be heavier because I didn't divide it, right? So we have to make sure that we divide this side by 2.50 as well. Now, the reason that happens, guys, and the reason I keep saying the phrase, I'm going to keep saying the phrase opposites and balance, is that 2.50 divided by 2.50 is 1. That means that 1h equals 9.9. But what's 1 times anything, everybody? Itself, which is why this is the solution to my equation. H equals 9.9. Solving one-step equations is a level 1 on your skill check when we do that next week. But the thing is, guys, it's not enough to give me that answer, 9.9. Anyone can jam 24.75 divided by 2.5 and get 9.9. You need to show me the opposites and balance. Like, you need to be able to do this. And it's not because it's like, oh, show your work, otherwise I think you're cheating. What this is about, the actual standard isn't solving equations. It's being able to explain your reasoning. And to do that, you need to be able to show someone a piece of paper and that says, this is what I did. I divided both sides by 2.5. We're going to come back to the doggy daycare in just a minute. But let's look at this guy, guys. If I told you that I'm thinking of some number, and when I add 15 to it, I get 7. I'm thinking of a number. When I add 15 to it, I get 7. What's the number? That's part of it. What's the number? What's part of it? But the other part is, how can I use opposites and balance to show what I actually did with the 15 and the 7 to get that? Give it a try and teach. Okay. Can I get you guys in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Okay. Yeah, your calculator is not that good with variables, guys, and that's okay. We need to be better than our calculators on variables. Truman, go ahead. What did you get for this? A equals -8 is the correct answer. How many of us were able to get that? Now, that's worth half the points right there. The other half is, what did you actually do, Truman, to 15 and 7 to get -8?
Well, I know that 7 plus 8 is 15.
Mm-hmm.
So if you just add -8 plus 15 equals 7.
That's true. But as things get more and more complicated, because the thing is, that'd be a hard thing to write down, right? You'd be like, because really what you're saying is, I just knew. But what happened is your brain actually did this. Like, this is the first time in math class, guys, that you're actually being asked to slow yourselves down. But I don't want just a knee-jerk -8. I want you to think about where that came from. And where it came from is you took 15 away from 7. Or you did 15 minus 7, right? And then you knew that the answer had to be negative to make that work. But in order to make sure that my equation stays balanced, I have to balance it here as well, okay? I have to balance it here as well, and that gives me A equals -8, okay? You know, in the interest of time, I think we're going to stick with these one-steppers. We're going to stick with these one-steppers for now to make sure that we're feeling okay in here. Credence, did you have a question? No, okay. So let's do another one, guys. Got a pencil? T over 7 equals -14. I want to know what T is, and I want to know what you did to 7 and -14 to make that happen. Give it a shot and teach. Those of you at home, I'm going to blank this out because I'm going to do a little bit of shuffling around. And I just don't want you to see anything that is not for your eyes, you know. Gosh, someone's already started it. Tomorrow. Mm-hmm. All righty, here we go. Okay. Can I get you guys back up here in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? How many of you guys had a knee-jerk reaction and thought that that was 2 or -2? How many of us had that knee-jerk reaction? Oh, nice try. I heard a lot of people say it. Thank you for your honesty, those of you raising your hands. I heard tons of people saying it who aren't raising their hands. But here's the thing. I loved what I heard. I think that was that Juliet? Were you talking about that it can't be 2? Was that what I heard? Yeah. Will you explain why it can't be 2? Let's do it.
I mean, I was just kind of like thinking about it, I guess. But if it's -2 divided by 7, then it's gonna.
That is definitely not -14. The solution to an equation is a number that the variable can be to make that equation true from the beginning. So yeah, you look at this and a lot of us think 2, more than are willing to admit it. But I love that what Juliet did was she actually went back and thought, well, if t is 2, 2 divided by 7, -2 divided by 7 is -14. No, it's not. That's why you're going to hear me talk about opposites and balance all the time. A fraction bar secretly means what? Addition, multiplication, division. What does it mean? It means division. What is the opposite of division? So I need to multiply both sides by 7. That's opposites because multiplication is the opposite of division. Both sides because I have to keep my equations balanced. Calculator because I don't want to do -14 times 7. I just don't want to. And it's -98. So t equals -98. And the reason that t equals -98 is because -98 will make this true. -98 divided by 7 will give me -14. This is the thing. I know more of you than are willing to admit, because when I asked, there were like 5 hands raised, and I heard a bunch more than that say that -2 was the right answer. I know that a lot of you were just betrayed by your quick brains. It happens, right? And that's part of the reason that this lesson, this whole unit, isn't about speeding things up. It's about slowing them down. It's about figuring out how these numbers came to be, what our brains did to get there, and make it all happen. You guys ready to check another one? Indeed. Got a pencil? Let's do r minus 17.5 equals 13.2. R minus 17.5 equals 13.2. What number, when I subtract 17.5 from it, gives me 13.2? Opposites and balance are the key to doing these. Give it a try and teach! Indeed. Juliet, I need to give you a dub point because you're the queen of equations already. You're being betrayed by your quick brains. It's happening. That's why we're slowing it down. They're betraying you. Okay. Can I get you guys back? Oh, is it? Wait a minute. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a pair of self-assessments, just so you guys are aware. They are one-step equations. That's going to be 3.1. They're not up yet because I wasn't originally going to do them. So I'm going to change it up. If you already started 3.1, I apologize. Guys, make sure you take a look at those. Come back with questions, and we'll finish this off tomorrow, okay?